Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Jessie Journals and Unboxes. This is a friend that we've had in the Tuber Chat family since basically we started. We're coming up on our 5-year anniversary. She's been with us well beyond 4.5 years of that time. An incredibly supportive creator, generous, loyal, and dedicated to say the least. And she just recently went through a slight name change, but the avatar is the same. Once in a while, she changes up her banner too. What Jessie Journals and Unboxes does is obviously unboxes a lot of different things, but the journals part of the name refers to some of the crafting. At least that's the way I consider it. But a lot of our friends do different kinds of collages and journals, and Jessie Journals and Unboxes has been doing this all of this time. She unboxes just about anything that can be unboxed, and she posts videos at least once a week. When we look into the shorts videos on the channel, you'll see a lot of the different things that were featured in the unboxing video. So she's got everything from jewelry, like the latest box from last Sunday, and then snacks are here, bath and beauty products, stationery, and crafting or journaling supplies. And then she'll show us what she makes with some of the different things. She collaborates with other creators. Like I just watched this video today to catch up, but she collaborated with 9 other creators, and they do this every year. And it's great to collaborate with others whenever possible because it's an instant way to grow your channel. You'll all but guaranteed grab a handful of new subscribers every time you're featured on somebody else's channel. And then Jessie Journals and Unboxes has a system together with the other creators where everybody's meant to watch all 10 of the different videos and then pick their favorite box. And Jessie Journals and Unboxes as well will live stream occasionally, usually every month or two, but this is the kind of creator who's so supportive that she can basically go live whenever she wants, no matter how few and far between they are, and she will have a flood of support coming into the chat, sometimes even faster than what we've got going on here in Tuber Chat. She rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, or Scratch and Pete PA. So I hope everybody will connect with Jessie Journals and Unboxes. Of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including Super Chat, Super Stickers, and Super Thanks. And she's working on 2,400 subscribers, so we'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. I see we got a little bit of activity in the chat. I'm just going to spin the wheel here and we'll get that started. But she stole my thunder, just gifted 5 memberships. My goodness. And she's done that many times before. What we're going to do is put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. And then we'll get around to spinning the wheel and adding channels. I'll add some names to the wheel as well over the course of the stream based on who's been most actively engaged in the chat, and I'll do that a couple of times during the stream. We're going to be here for 3 hours, so we've got plenty of time to put lots of channels on the screen and on the wheel and everywhere else. So she stole my thunder. Thank you so much for those gifted memberships, and it's an incredibly generous thing to have done. She's done that many times before. She's a fellow Canadian, actually, from Montreal, and I see she slipped in a super chat after that as well. So thank you for that. And oh, you're I always say that I'm just as glad for anybody as anybody would be for every moment everybody could spend, even if you're just coming by to give a thumbs up or say hello. And we've got some friends that run the stream in the background, but to just come in and heavy hit with gifted memberships and a super chat like that kind of catches me off guard. But thank you very much for that. She's a dear friend, and she does that all over YouTube. I ran into her just today or yesterday doing the same thing. So thank you for that. She stole my thunder. We're going to talk about her channel in a second, but we'll do some introductions. Scratch and Pete PA is coming up next. I spun the wheel, and this is interesting. It's the second time in about 800 episodes that Scratch and Pete PA has been picked 2 streams in a row. First by the wheel, if that makes any sense. Corinne Pierce is in the house. She was live earlier today, and she is also a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member, so I've got her up there with Michael's Adventures and Canadian Family Life. Hilda DC is here, so she'll be put onto the wheel right away as well. Members and moderators are added as soon as I see them in the chat, and then I'll add some more names over the course of the stream as we need them. I see Tim Mitchell and Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. They're always together. My Other's Keeper might still be here. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft was early in the door. And Jody Genealogy is the creator behind Marketplace Boutique. It's great to have you in the house. She's been a longtime friend as well. It's getting on a couple of years. So Ace Flaw 1 as well is another longtime friend. He's been with me since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. I've been friends with Andy from Ace Flaw 1 for probably 6 years by now, getting close to it. So She Stole My Thunder is up on the screen. We're going to talk about her content in a moment. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Paranormal Poet, it's good to see you in the house. I know you were here from the beginning, so thank you for that. When She Stole My Thunder dropped those gifted memberships, it looks like Scrow's Nest picked one up, Ace Flaw 1, and then a few other creators. We might even see them come in today like Scrow's Nest just did. And I also noticed that Corinne Pierce dropped a highlighted milestone message there. And those are actually a free bonus for anybody who's a member on a channel where they are enabled. It just allows you to send a message through the chat that's highlighted green, looks like a super chat, but it's specifically for members. Gives you an opportunity to celebrate your membership with a channel. Corinne Pierce has been a member for 53 months. If you can imagine that, one of our longest standing members, well over 4 years now. And like I said, she was live today. She's got a few YouTube channels and lots to share with us when we're over there. She Stole My Thunder. This fellow Canadian is letting us know on her banner that she reviews books, art, and movies, but she actually does a lot more on her channel. Lately, she's been posting like crazy, multiple times a day at times here. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos, put it in my catch-up list, but you can see this series. Now, often she's reading or narrating or storytelling. And then this creator as well has got some shorts on the channel that have gotten into 400, 500 almost, and hopefully we'll push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Then live streams on the channel as well. So she was live a few weeks ago. I don't know how I missed that. This creator goes live occasionally, usually once or twice a month, and they bring a lot more than books, art, and movies when they go live. They also bring us tutorials like how to make thumbnails or banners in Canva. And I don't know if everybody saw the conference that they had, or presentation that Canva put out, but they've got a handful of what looks like magical upgrades over there, and we can start using a lot of AI with our Canva production. So She Stole My Thunder has been using Canva for a long time, and it's great that they share their knowledge with us. She's working on 2,600 subscribers, and this creator has one other interesting thing that is unique about her and her channel. She's got a Flickr account with over 200,000 photos included, and a lot of either art of different types, or it looks like actually a lot of trips around museums and things like that in the latest photos. But you'd have to go through all 200,000 to see what she's got going on here. Album after album after album. And it's really interesting to see somebody with such a overwhelming number of photos on a Flickr account like that. But hopefully everybody will connect with She Stole My Thunder, obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again. I know she said she was hopping out, but just in case she's listening, thank you for those gifted memberships. Like I said, it's an incredibly generous thing to have done. And we'll move on to our next channel. I did spin the wheel earlier, and Scratch and PPA was chosen first. Again, I think that's 2 streams in a row. I don't know if that's ever happened for anybody before, but it certainly does say something about his luck. So hopefully that will translate into a big win this Tuesday when he drops his premiere. He does that every single week without fail. Gail Southern Living, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at what Scratch and PPA is doing on his channel, first of all, anybody would say he's one of their most supportive creators, and that certainly is the case here in Superchat. If you can imagine, we've been here over 800 streams now. He's been here for almost 800 of those, if you can imagine. Scratch and PPA, I said, drops his premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He does that without fail, and if you can find, or if you can catch us for one of those premieres, you're going to see one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family, faster than what we've got going on here. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, rivals those of Jesse Journals and Unboxings, Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It is very exciting, and when you get there, you're going to meet a lot of friends as well. Now, Scratch and PPA sets up his premiere several days in advance. He usually has these ready by Saturday so that they can percolate in the system, and all the metadata. We talk about titles and also thumbnails, but really descriptions and tags and things like that. When YouTube is about to push out the video, it knows exactly what it's going to do in a roundabout sort of way as far as pushing it out towards the right viewers. When we just drop a video or just go live instantly, there's not time for the algorithm to pick up for a little while, but I'm sure everybody gets what I mean. Cake and Eat Meat Day with Cherry is Danforth Avenue Wellness. They're another fellow Canadian, and Edna's World is in the house. They're one of the creators that has taken part in our interview series. And this is how to get 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. There's 4 episodes so far, 2 more upcoming. And I'm going to play a clip from Edna's World's episode of that interview series. I say interview, but it's really like friendly conversation, but very informative. So I hope everybody will look forward to that. Marketplace Boutique has been a member now for what's getting close to 2 years. So thank you for that. And that's the same creator behind Jody Genealogy, and she's dropping a highlighted milestone message. You'll notice as well in the chat that every Super Chat membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. That's the video game life meter under my camera here. The last person to knock that out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel, and Marketplace Boutique has held that position many times before. So, Leonica, I see you in the house as well. 99 Midnight Gamer YT is also in the house. We'll continue looking at what Scratch and PPA has got going on with their content. They give us an opportunity to vote in their video series where they pit 2 lottery tickets against each other. So if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, X, or Facebook, we can vote for what we want to see next week. His presentation has always been at the forefront of his mind. You can see his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by thumbnails. Content in the thumbnails is what I mean to say on his video series. And then there's a hint about giveaways that you can see right there as well. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, and that's over 4.5 years ago now. Scratch and PPA is working on 2,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. Of course, he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships. When we get to his channel, and then he expanded his content last year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos. along with some Italian lottery tickets we might not have otherwise seen, and his very first live stream came from that trip to Italy as well. So I know a lot of people will be hoping for more, but a lot of people will be happy to know that he's expanded the content on his channel. I'm setting reminders for his premiere. We always set reminders for everything we see, including premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that's just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. Patch the Retro Gamer is in the house. Good to see you here. The Bud Files is here. Create and Relate. I watched your interview earlier today, actually, with Lewis Acre Farm Karma for her Meet Me Monday series. And then Nana Tink, good to see you here from Dawn Southern Finds. I always have a good time when I go over there with Dawn and Susie Woozy and everybody there. I always get a warm welcome over there, but they always have entertaining conversation. The Bud Files is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I see that Silent Silver has come in. Elfish Tanks is also here, and Fever Dream Animation just came in. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody, but as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Henry Leslie Vermont is also here. Thank you for coming in. And the Bud Files is up on the screen right now. This is a family of modern-day archaeologists. The idea behind the start of their channel is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They do that constantly, including a lot of history in their Way Back Wednesday series. So they usually drop videos at least twice a week, sometimes more often. They've really expanded the content on the channel over the years, though. They take us outdoors for all kinds of different adventures, not just graveyards, cemeteries, and abandoned locations. They've got a lot of shorts on the channel as well, and these show a little bit more variety, a little bit more of what we can expect from this family of creators. These have gotten into 5,000 on one of them, 15,000 on another one, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. I have caught them many times, both indoors and outdoors. It's been a little while, though. It's already been a few months. Hopefully I'll catch them again. They're either singing or dancing or playing games or taking us out for another adventure, and they've been with us for about 4.5 years as well. So definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and they're working on 2,900 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. I see Cruz Bolero in the house, and again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody, but my other's keepers coming up now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then thank you to everybody who keeps Super Chat on your television while you're eating dinner, like Corinne Pierce. She's in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. So she's right in the heart of dinner time right now. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator here. And then my other's keepers, a channel I'm just getting to know. I watched a clip earlier today that was part of an interview here with Blessed to Crochet, who's a longtime friend. They both bring a lot of spiritual inspiration in their content. My other's keeper's working on 300 subscribers. We would like to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. Like I said, I'm still getting to know this channel, but they've got a bit of information on their About section here, and it looks like motivation and positivity is going to be a bit of a theme behind all of their content as well. When we get to shorts, we see that they've gotten into 500, 600, and almost 800 views on one of these, which is great to see. Most of those are clipped out of a lot of the live streams that are done here, I believe. And I can see that they're live frequently Seems to be almost every day, actually, for a while. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I haven't yet, it seems. I've got the notification bell on, and we do that for every channel, of course. And you can always feel free to let us know when you've got a live stream. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. So anybody can reach out, especially if you've got a special edition live stream or anything like that coming up. Hilda DC is dropping a super chat, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll get her channel ready to go. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. And I just saw Wheat's Art come in. He's been live almost every day, it seems to me, as well. I've been on YouTube a lot more over the last couple of months than I have for the last couple of years, actually. So I'm running into a lot of creators over and over, and it's always odd to me how YouTube doesn't necessarily recommend all the channels we think that it should. I catch some creators for almost every live stream, and then sometimes I don't catch people for months at a time, like we saw a few moments ago. Nancy B. the Scratcher, another longtime friend, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Precious Gems has been added to the wheel with Wheat's Art, and we're going to look at Hilda DC in a moment. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So thank you again, Hilda DC, for another super chat. She's done that a million times before, and absolutely unnecessary, of course, very much appreciated, though. Hilda DC is a longtime dear friend. She's been with us basically from the beginning. Now, of course, I can't remember how long every single channel has been friends, and I'm sure I'm mistaken a lot of the time. But the reason why I mention it is just to give you an idea of how supportive some of the people here are going to be. We'd like to say most, or even, almost all would be wonderful, but literally there are people you have not met yet that are going to support you years into the future. You're going to hear that in the stories that I tell about all the creators who have their channels on the screen today. But Hilda DC has been with us just about from the beginning. She is known actually as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. I've actually been on YouTube for 8 years now. And Hilda DC, the reason why I say that is because she is a strong-willed creator who absolutely stands behind and beside her audience. But she has positive affirmations that flow throughout her content, both from the creator herself, special effects she puts on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case. And this is another creator, much like I mentioned about our featured channel for today, which was Jesse Journals and Unboxes. These are the kind of creators who are so supportive to other creators in the YouTube space, or with YouTube channels. They can go live or drop premieres whenever they want, and they're going to have a flood in their chat of support coming back in, very similar to what we see here in Tuber Chat and on a few other fast-paced channels. So I hope everybody will connect with Hilda DC. I see Crime in America coming in. Good to see you here. And when we look at the content on Hilda DC's channel, first of all, she's got a premiere coming up in a few days, so we'll look forward to that. It'll be right after Pete's premiere on Tuesday. He's going to raid into hers, and we call it raiding because that's a term that came from Twitch. It's a popular, activity, let's call it. But the idea is that you're giving somebody else a head start, because if you got a premiere or a live stream and you've already got a few people there, if you're going to end your live stream or premiere where possible, it can be beneficial to somebody else to give them what we call a raid or a live redirect. And Pete does that for people all the time. We try to do it here in Tuber Chat frequently as well. So we can look forward to that. And these creators are both beloved and dedicated moderators here. Every moderator on this Tuber Chat channel is a longtime dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. So one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason you can visit any of their premieres and live streams and have an opportunity to meet more friends and family members the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. And that's right, so 99 Midnight Gamer YT, YouTube is going to call it a live redirect, and you'll find that in your channel community settings. But yeah, it's an opportunity for us to, in advance, set our premiere or live stream to end and pop into another channel. We're going to do that today with our copyright-free music channel in another couple of hours as well, so you can see how that works. Mama Juju Crafting on the back 40, good to see you here. When we look at Hilda DC's content, we know she does a lot of cooking videos. Once in a while, she takes us out for an adventure, and this creator often does a lot of taste test challenges as well, and I'm always interested to see, because I'm in Canada, so especially somebody in New York that's able to show us a lot of the American things that don't actually ever make it across the border. I'm always interested to see the different things she's going to come up with and the different flavors of popular snacks and things that we don't get here. Like, I've never seen one of these submarines. That looks like a strawberry flavored Twinkie to me, and we don't have that in Canada as far as I've seen. So she's got lots of shorts on the channel that are going to be complementary to the rest of her content. Like I said, she does a lot of cooking as well. 2,900, 6,200, 47,000 on one of these shorts videos, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. Hilda DC goes live occasionally, once every couple of months or so, but we'll look forward to that. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel, and of course we know she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. So what we'll do right now, first of all, I'll catch up with the chat. I see Jory Stay Gaming came in. And then, thank you, 99 Midnight Gamer YT. That's great. Yes, whenever possible, rating is helpful. We'd love to think it's always appropriate, but let's just say most of the time to be safe. But it is a help for sure. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. We'll go for a break now for a few minutes, and right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from a creator who may still be in the chat. She was here for a moment. Edna's World has been with us almost from the beginning. She was introduced to us through Elevate with Vern, who is very well known as my YT BFF here in the Tuber chat live streams and things like that. But Edna's World was actually responsible for inspiring Elevate with Vern to even start her first channel on YouTube, which is great to hear. These creators are going through all the things we are. They've been doing this for years. The difference in this video series is the fact that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. And it's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to
Right.
just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Like,
Yes.
realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. It's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers. and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, you know?
Yes.
Be there for the ones that are coming back and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else,
Yes.
or those, if they don't, but they're still coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be okay. And I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be
Right.
as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's
Right.
okay.
Vay's place is making me laugh. It's okay, song's almost over for now. She might be gone already. She was live earlier today, actually. Forgive me for not catching that. I was on for quite a bit of the day, not all day today. And then we're just about back. So I forgot to spin the wheel before we went. I did it in the background here. You can see Canadian Family Life is going to come up. We had Hilda DC on the screen because she dropped a super chat. She's done that many times before. And we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list over the course of the stream as well. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I got a robot in the background that keeps track of that as well. So when one of the other things I usually do at this point after the first half hour of the stream is I'll set a super chat goal, and this is something not everybody's using yet. Not everybody seems to have seen it yet either, but I think all channels have it. And it's a simple thing you can do where you'll have to be looking at your own live chat while you're on or after you've scheduled your stream. And then what we do is we just click the goal. I made a mistake with this the other day. My recommendation is always to consider how many super chats on average you get, let's say, during your live streams. Because if you have a channel that's not yet getting, 5, 10, or 20 super chats during a stream, it might be too ambitious to set the goal around 15, 20, or 30 super chats, because you may not have that happen for a very long time. It's only when you get close to the end of the goal that people start feeling compelled to jump in and try to help reach that goal. This is another feature that YouTube's added recently. So Tuber Chat usually ends up with somewhere around 10 super chats. Not always, and sometimes we even go farther than that. So I'm going to leave mine at 10 for today, and then I'm going to switch to all the colors. You can imagine that some channels that are like really big with millions of subscribers could have different ways to benefit everybody by putting these like really high. But for a lot of cases, I would just say all the colors. In this case here in Tuber Chat, I just want everybody to feel included, let's just say. And we've got just over 2 hours left to go, more like 2.5, but close to it. So I'll put that in there, and then I'll say what I always say, which is we'll do what we always do and start the goal. You're really supposed to come up with an idea that will be more beneficial or fun for everybody, but you'll all probably come up with a more fun idea than I will. Whatever floats your boat is in the house. Good to see you here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Vintage Style by Joe. I just watched another video from her as well, intending on making a wine bottle holder with some of the scraps of material that she will sew together. And she learned a couple things while she was doing it about putting a lining in there, I remember. But you can make treat bags. You can make all kinds of different stuff. Vintage Style by Joe is really thinking about making different types of things on their channel. So Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now. And this is another fellow Canadian who happens to be from New Brunswick. And what they're going to bring on their channel is basically what I would consider homesteading content. Even though mostly indoors, they do bring us outdoors as well. Tiffany is the creator behind the channel. Her husband Chris has another channel called Chris's Creation Fun, but I'll leave it to you to find that when you get there. He's busy supporting her for now, but he does do-it-yourself videos, 3D printing, and works on solar equipment and things like this. Canadian Family Life is going to bring us a lot of cooking videos, grocery bank food hauls. They have an impeccable container garden that they look after. The whole family gets involved in the channel, and you'll see little excerpts throughout their videos reminding us to subscribe or give thumbs up and things like that. They do a lot of Happy Mail on the channel and shout outs for other creators. And Tiffany has collaborated with a lot of other people. It led to this channel being one of the fastest growing that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family in all this time. She got to her first 3,000 subscribers in barely more than a year, which was great to see. So she continues on today, and there are a few other types of content on the channel. Cooking challenges between husband and wife. She did a Vlogmas series where they did a lot of different Christmassy ideas, let's just say. And then they've got some shorts on the channel as well. And like I said, here's where more outdoor content comes along. But they've gotten into 2,700, 2,800, 5,600 views on one of these. And then live streams on the channel are occasional. Tiffany's on once every couple of months. But in the early part of this channel's journey, they actually collaborated with a lot of other creators and a lot of StreamYard panels. So Tiffany was immediately recognizable because I'd seen her on so many other people's thumbnails, and that continues today. But Canadian Family Life goes live once every month or two, and we'll probably expect one another Very soon, let's just say. She's also monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and obviously a dynamic creator as well. She's here with us every day as a beloved and dedicated moderator, for which I'm grateful. Now, I never expect anybody to be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream. We move the times and days around all the time as well, but I do appreciate every moment. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, more fellow Canadians are there, and then Vintage Style by Joe. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen right now, because we always put super chatters and membership gifters up as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. We'll talk about Vintage Style by Joe, and I'll show you the video I watched today in a moment. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yeah, in most cases, I would say 90%, 90 to 99% of channels, I would recommend that everybody make a schedule and stick to it if you can. Like, life gets in the way, things happen, people sometimes have to move things around. That's all understandable, but consistency is usually key, and you'll hear that as well in the stories that I tell about a lot of channels where they're posting same day, same time every week, and now they can bet on a vibrant audience, let's just say, through their premieres and live streams and watching their videos. In the case of this channel, I pretty much have said from the beginning I was always going to move the days and times around. It was more of an experiment, because you really don't know how things are going to work out, but it really is partly so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, give different people a chance to come in. That's why there's always a different mix of channels throughout the chat. But then as well, you know, I've got my own personal things that I got to move things around and everything else. For a while, we've been able to be consistent in a different way, where we've been streaming every 3 days for weeks now, and we'll try to keep that up for a little while, where you can almost bet. And I've been doing a better job of putting the streams on the front page many days in advance, sometimes a couple weeks in advance, so you can go and see when the next one's going to be in plan if you need to. Vintage Style by Joe is a creator that's fairly new in the Superchat family. She's just been with us for what I think is a couple of months now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. And she's here regularly, and this creator's also monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's working on 2,300 subscribers, and she's going to bring a lot of creativity on her channel. She'll give you some information about doing all things crafty and the things they're going to share. And I have caught her, especially lately, doing a bunch of videos where she's taking scraps of material, let's just say, and then making colorful, I use the word vibrant all the time, but colorful, vibrant things for around her, even the sewing room. This was a garbage can. I talked about this channel a few times already, and then this is the one I watched today that's got, I thought the idea was making, I thought they were wine holders, that's it, and I think she said that at the end. She made a different measurement so that everybody can make that if you want to, but there's incredible things you can make. So this is a cool Easter idea, because you can make something and then put, you know, goodies and stuff inside and give it to somebody, and she sews in all different types of ways as well. So this is what she's showing, like a lot of usability, if we want to use a word like that, for a lot of the scraps that she has around. Somebody like myself might be caught easily, you know, discarding simple things like that, but not realizing, no, you can utilize these things and make fun, colorful things for just about anywhere. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that she's gotten into 1,300, 1,400, even 2,200 and 2,600 views on some of these, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. And she was live yesterday, and she seems to be live a couple of times a week, so we'll look forward to that. And again, we've always got notification bells on for every single channel, and we know she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then So Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Basically, I keep statistics. Thank you for asking the question, by the way. I keep statistics for every live stream ever, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here while I spin the wheel. This is a feature of Streamlabs, and there could be another couple that do this. I forget who I was using. I think I was using Bottissimo for this. That chatbot is gone now, but these are statistics in the background, and somehow it's not just about how long you're here, but how truly engaging you are in conversation, let's just say. And it keeps this as a list that I can go through. You can see Tim Mitchell's up there, Create and Relate, 99 Midnight Gamer YT. Everybody who's really conversating is up at the top here. So I go through this, and after every single stream, I copy that out and put it into a spreadsheet. I've been doing that since before Tuberchat, because I've been on YouTube a few years longer, so I had a bit of time to practice, let's just say. Between that, Superchatters, members, and other things that I notice, I try to even things out throughout the community. So we see channels that are not just super chatters, are not just moderators, are not just members and things like that. And I could do that easily because these statistics can tell me who's been most active, just in case I don't happen to notice because I miss so much that goes on in the chat while I'm streaming, let's just say. And a fun hint for everybody as well is that Nightbot is one that will keep logs of all of your chats for 7 days. So you could go in once a week and copy all of that out as well. You can see exactly what everybody had to say. It's just an idea. And then thank you for asking, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. So hopefully that explains it, sort of. And I just keep either Google Sheets or Excel sheets for everything. Let's look at Create and Relate. New Horizons Above and Beyond. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has a question for everybody as well, talking about the auto dubbing feature. If I remember what you're talking about, it has to do with putting your videos in different languages so that other people can understand them. Am I right about that before I talk too much about it? Sometimes I get off on a tangent and then find out I was going the wrong way the whole time. And then it's really a question for the chat anyway, for Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, but I'm sure they'll be happy for anybody to answer. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, I pick, Sam has been featured a couple of times. I don't keep track of all the featured channels. We could if we wanted to go through all the thumbnails, because they're all, you know, every featured channel is left on a thumbnail. And all we're talking about is the first channel to be up on the screen when the stream starts. That's really all it is. The idea behind the thumbnails, or like tags in the community posts and stuff like that, is just so that everybody can get to generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. Not everybody has been featured twice. Not every, you know, like, and I'm sure a lot of people who deserve to be featured have not yet been featured or have been missed. There's stretches of many months where I don't do it at all, and I just wanted to get back at it again as we were crossing around the 800 mark there. So we've been doing it for a few weeks. And then Gloria's Platter, another dear friend who's been with us for about 4.5 years, is in the house. And then, yes, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. My understanding is that the auto dubbing is going to change the voice in your videos, so that if I'm talking about the same thing you are, which I'm sure that I am, but you can let me know if I'm not. Basically what will happen is your videos will seem like, for instance, they might have been made in French for somebody who's going to listen in French, right? Or other languages around the world and in different regions or anywhere at all, if that makes any sense. And then, no, 99 Midnight Gamer YT. You'll notice today's a little bit more calm than things have been for a few weeks. And what I mean by that is there's not as many channels here. Sometimes we get up to like 50 watching. Right now there's somewhere between 25 and 30. Let's just say that's because I moved the times around again. So sometimes we can only get to 1 or 2 channels that are not members or super chatters or moderators, but sometimes we get to many more, and it's usually later in the stream. So the idea is nobody has to super chat or, you know, drop a membership or anything like that to get onto the wheel or the screen. It's truly open to everybody. It always has been, it always will be. But it's just some days we get to more channels than others. And so the fairest way that we've always been able to do it is by putting channels up based on how active they've been in the chat, because engagement is really what helps the channel more than anything else. Even here, while everybody's chatting, while everybody's, you know, connecting with each other and talking, and for the people who share and drop thumbs up and everything else, all that stuff really helps. That's what keeps the channel going. And that's why I've always said, you know, super chats and memberships are unnecessary. They're appreciated when they happen, but everybody can see that the channel's doing fine. So as much as I appreciate it, I don't want anybody to feel obligated. Hence why I try not to ever solicit the stuff either. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just don't bother. So we'll get to as many channels as we can. We're still going to be here for another 2 hours from now. The only reason we don't go longer than 3 hours is because my voice can't take it. We've seen a couple of times in the past where I've lost my voice literally for weeks. So I try to keep it. We found a perfect rhythm right now. Every 3 days for 2.5 hours with a few breaks and things like that makes it 3 hours, and we're good to go. But lately I've been dropping as well, and you'll see this in 2 hours, 1 hour live stream on our copyright free music channel as well, so that everybody can have an extra hour to connect with each other the same way we do here. And the truth is, I know everybody likes the channels on the screen and wants to have their channel on the screen and everything else, but it really is the least important part of everything we're doing here. That's literally why the channel was called Superchat almost 5 years ago now, because I know the magic is in the chat and the connections that creators are making together. Putting channels on the screen and talking about them is just the best idea I have for what to do for 3 hours while we're here. But the magic is truly in the chat and how everybody's connecting. So we'll do that afterwards. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody needs me to elaborate on anything that I've mentioned or anything like that, just please let me know in the chat. It's easiest with 3 thumbs up so I can see it. And then create and relate is up on the screen right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So links in the chat we don't do very often at all. I do it as a bonus for gold members on the channel. I've always insisted, I don't think it helps as much as everybody thinks it does, but I also understand that it might help more than I think it does. I'm not necessarily right about everything, right? So let me show you one of the examples of how searching, finding, and clicking on each other can help. Create and Relate is a channel. They've been with us long enough now. They're coming up #1 in my search results. Your search results might be different, but when I switch and tell YouTube that there's channels, they may not have been #1. They weren't for the first few weeks they were here. But when we search, find, and click on each other, what will end up happening is we will rise up the search results, and eventually YouTube will do a better job of predicting which channel we're looking for, especially channels with really short or popular names, because it can take a little while. Most of us are going to, and literally 99% of us are going to get to #1 in the search results around the world for our name, no matter what our name is, because we are the most active out of everybody. So even other channel owners, if somebody was out there with a name like Create and Relate, which there are, or if somebody named Braylon Lee, which would be, you know, surprising to me, but there could be. My name is one of the most popular ever. There's at least 5 other YouTube channels that do very well in the search results with the same name as I have. It took me a while to get to #1, but not, once you get there, you can't be beat, because we're not only creating content, we're also supporting other channels. Like, all of us understand how much it helps for every single message we send in a chat, for every thumbs up that we give, and for every second that we either run or watch videos. And then, yeah, channel names. I thought that the handles were going to be a bigger deal than they are. Even, a couple of years ago, I was mentioning like, oh, everybody's got to take that seriously because these handles are probably going to be like the way we look for each other on Instagram and TikTok and everything. YouTube usually copies all the other platforms' ideas. They're rarely first with anything. And it's not that I just want to throw them under the bus, but you can see that that's true with a lot of things. So they made us, use these handles, but they're, not really featured anywhere that I can see other than in community posts when we're trying to mention each other or in titles of videos or descriptions and things like that. So it can be confusing because not every channel has a handle that relates, and it usually happens when somebody's got a really, really popular name and they find that the handle they wanted was already taken. That's disappointing on every social network. But yeah, searching, finding, and clicking is the best way. If we find a channel, like if you're really having trouble finding a channel, we can get it for you. I usually do that for channels under 100 if they can't come up the search results. But yeah, we always just keep that to a minimum. We always want to do as much as we can to help each other, taking an extra moment to find somebody. The channels that are hard to find are the ones that need our help the most, but the creators behind those channels are probably that much more appreciative when we do connect with them because they know not everybody can get to them easily, but that's just my imagination. So Create and Relate, though, I just watched an interview with them with Lewis Acre Farm Karma. She does a lot of interviews. She might come in today. We'll see. Create and Relate is somebody who's bringing all kinds of creativity on their channel. Since they came into the Tuber Chat family a few months ago, I've been catching a lot of product reviews and unboxing videos, but they do much more. They do arts, crafts, do-it-yourself videos, and everything in between, they tell us. When we look at the different things that they're doing, there could be products that are related to filming in their YouTube channel. There could be products that are related to art or creativity or making merchandise as well. I've seen a bit of that on the channel. And they get into traditional forms of art, and sometimes they do something very different. I didn't know what this was going to be. I specifically watched this video today so I could see what it was. But this is a special art device, if we want to call it that. You could put some water in there, and then it's for painting, if I understood right while I was watching this. So Create and Relate is going to bring things like that and much more. They've got shorts on the channel getting into 900 and even 1,000 now. 1,300 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're on at least once a week, sometimes a little bit more. And they've got one coming up in a few days, so we'll be looking forward to that. And Create and Relate, if you want to get to know the creator behind the channel, you can go over to Lewis Acre Farm Karma and catch that live stream as well. Wonder if she posted that. I would post that too. I don't usually try to recommend things or give advice or anything like that, but Create and Relate, you might get a few more views on that live stream if you post it on your community tab as well. So let's spin the wheel and we'll get to our next channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, yeah, the handles are something else on YouTube. I really thought that they were going to do something more creative with those or helpful, dare I say. But a lot of people, what some people are doing, and I recommend everybody not do this. I don't want to tell everybody what to do or not to do on their channel. I try never to do that. But one of the things that can get people to get pretty upset is when you mention somebody constantly. Here's an example. Michael's Adventures. When we talk about names, is a very popular name for a channel. And as active as he is, he posts every single day, still can't grab that #1 spot. And I have to be one of his most dedicated followers. Of course, he's been with us for 4.5 years. He's a moderator here, and I'm on his channel as often as I can be, several times a week, let's say. So this is why we search, find, and click on each other. And then in the search results, we just match the avatar. But when we talk about the idea of mentioning people, most of us have probably seen this either here or on Instagram or somewhere else, where somebody puts out a video and they just mention 10 or 20 people in it because for whatever reason they think that's going to help the views. It doesn't at all. You can find yourself losing a friend pretty fast by doing that, I imagine. But I just try to ignore it when people do it. It's not often. It's only once in a while. And I get that people are just trying different things. Not everybody, thinks about branding and marketing and promoting all the time. But that's an idea for those handles. Thank you, Glorious Platter. And then my other's keeper. So I'm sure everybody here is going to agree that YouTube in general is more work than we thought it was going to be before we started. But I don't wish the headache and overwhelming, nature of running more than one channel on anybody. Now I do, but I started doing that when I started YouTube, and you'll notice that even for me, for anybody that's been connected to me for several years, you'll find that I'm behind somewhere all the time. Sometimes not my fault if I'm running a channel for somebody else, but even on my own channels, I'm behind. I don't even remember the last time I put a video out. I keep saying months. It could have been years, not years, but a year. And sure, I live stream once in a while, but I haven't made videos in like forever because I just can't find the time. I have the time, I can't find it. So I don't want to recommend it. So what I do recommend, which I've done myself, as a matter of fact, and I keep forgetting about this, I did 10 episodes of what we would call Tuber Chat live streams before I ever started the channel. Now, I already knew I was starting the channel, so I did it anyway. But my recommendation is that if you have an idea for a second channel, especially if you're unsure if you're going to be able to have the time for more than one, what I recommend is doing a series of 10 or 12 videos or episodes or whatever you're going to do on whichever channel you already have first, regardless of category or niche, because it's not going to matter a year from now that you made a few videos and deleted them afterwards, let's just say, if you wanted to do that. But you could. Right? And that way you can see if you're going to stick with it, if you enjoy doing it, if you're able to have the success with it that you think you are going to, for instance. And I'm not, like I said, I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I try never to do that, even when it sounds like that. But that's just a recommendation if you're thinking about it, because almost everyone who starts a second channel falls behind with that second channel. And when we get into 2, 3, and 4 channels, I don't even know how to handle that, to be honest with you. I do a better job running channels for other people than even for myself. The only exception is Tuber Chat. This takes priority, so it's always consistent. The only time we're not here is if I'm sick or elsewhere. But that's just an opinion, my other's keeper. The truth is, the right decision is going to be whatever you decide it is. And it's great to ask opinions as well. Raw Chick Beauty dropped a super chat. Forgive me, I should have put her channel up right away. And Mod6510 Models just did the same thing. So I'm going to look at his channel right afterwards. We're talking about Michael's Adventures right now as I just spun the wheel. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Thank you, 99 Midnight Gamer, for sharing on Discord. Those shares really help. Sharing is always one of the, it could be the best thing we can do for each other when it comes to trying to promote each other and things like that, if that makes any sense, or support each other at least. And then Crime in America is thinking about doing a metal detecting channel. We've got a few metal detecting channels in the Tuber Chat family, and we've got a few people that do metal detecting just with their regular channels, let's just say. My other's keeper we haven't seen yet, right? Did we see my other's keeper? we just saw them, right? Thank you for the super chat, though. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Same with Mod6510 Models and Rock Chick Beauty. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and I know I keep saying it, but it is unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. We will look at those channels because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly, but we still got lots and lots of time, almost 2 hours, let's say. And then Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. A beloved and dedicated moderator here. He has been from the beginning, over 4.5 years, if you can believe it. This creator posts every single day, and sometimes more than once a day, sometimes 3 times a day. He's got over 4,100 between videos and shorts on his channel. He brings us a lot of nature and wildlife, more like trail cam footage is a way to describe a lot of what he does. He's been doing more outdoor walk and talks lately as well. Lots of creators do this kind of thing, showing us around their area, giving a story to be told while they're doing that. He's got foxes, deer, opossums, raccoons, bird watching on his channel. Sometimes he's playing a slot game on a tablet, and sometimes he's scratching a lottery ticket. We see those more in the shorts on the channel, but these have gotten into 1,300 and 1,600 as well. One over 6,300, which is great to see. And he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel. Thank you, Create and Relate. There's Lewis Acre Farm Karma. I knew it. She's here almost every day. I was saying a couple of times earlier when we were looking at Create and Relate's channel that I watched that interview today. And she does a great job with that. She interviews lots of creators. That can help you get some exposure for your channel. And I've been honored to have been a part of that, actually. Home Bartending with John, I've got you on the wheel. I saw you come in, not sure if I said so. And like I keep saying, we've always got members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, as well as moderators. And then Fairbrick Studios in the house, Fever Dream Animation. I think I said hello earlier. They've been here a long time today. And yes, hopefully I'm not missing anyone. When we look at Michael's Adventures, obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and he's got super chats and memberships available on his channel to support him with when we get over there as well. He is now working on almost 1,600 subscribers. Hopefully we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then I Am Betty J. Gathers is here. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. She's been with us from the beginning also. And Rock Chick Beauty now is coming up because she dropped a super chat. We'll look at Mod6510 Models in a moment as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So yeah, Rock Chick Beauty's just mentioning, we always got to make sure we're following the formula. It's always listed in our video descriptions, but when we're connecting with other creators, we talk about visiting somebody's house and leaving a package. The package is really the comment we're leaving when we watch a video, and it's best to leave 2 or 3 sentences, something unique that shows that you watched the video. And I know Hilda DC mentioned it earlier. It's part of our video series, actually. Two Pineapples talks about this. But it's important to leave comments that relate to the videos that have been watched, right? As opposed to saying, hey, new friend from Tuber Chat, because a lot of people will assume that you weren't actually even here in the stream, for instance, right? That you're just grabbing subscribers, and then YouTube usually takes those away anyway. So that's just an idea, but leaving a meaningful, genuine comment, and I mentioned 2 or 3 sentences because it will probably stand out, allows the person you're connecting to here to find your comment easily. Then they could just click on your name in YouTube Studio and get to your channel and connect. And then oh, what if YouTube turns off your comments to a video? So I Am Betty J. Gathers. It's an interesting question. Most channels have comments available on most videos. If somebody has a channel that is made for kids, let's just say, And just to be clear, what Made for Kids really means is that if your channel's content is directed towards young children, right? Like Polka Dot Door or Sesame Street or things like this, that's what Made for Kids means. Sometimes YouTube takes control and marks your stuff as Made for Kids. Otherwise, comments should be available almost everywhere, and the only other exception could be, and forgive me because I could be wrong about this, if content is made for longer than, or pardon me, older than 18. Let's say if it's like for a mature audience or something like that. But most channels, most of the content. So if I find a channel and I can't leave a comment because the video says Made for Kids, I just go to another video. And that's hopefully what most people will do. So Rock Chick Beauty's up on the screen right now, and this is a creator from the UK. She's been a dear friend to us from the beginning. Same as Mod6510 Models. I know they're connected. I believe they actually came in around the same time. 4.5 years ago at the beginning of Tuber Chat. I say that about a lot of channels today. Rock Chick Beauty is talking all things alternative. You can see she gives a professional look to her channel. She gives every single video a different looking thumbnail, but the bright bold headshots make her recognizable and build consistency for look and feel, let's just say, of the channel. So she started with beauty and some unboxing videos and has continued into product reviews and even sponsored videos now. And then Rock Chick Beauty, like I said, is going to talk all things alternative, but she occasionally and pretty frequently updates her banner and avatar, usually for special occasions or holidays and things like that. She's got shorts on the channel as well, getting into 3,200, 8,200 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel. She's live occasionally, usually once every month or two, but we'll look forward to the next one. She always keeps up with the chat while she's doing that. And she has got, we've always got the notification bell on for every channel so we can try to catch those, but she's also monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So we're looking at her channel right now because she dropped a super chat, and she's from the UK, and so is Moz6510 Models. And he dropped a super chat also. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. I'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. The Numismaniac is coming in. I'm just going to drop his channel onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Mod6510 Models is talking about scale modeling, and the idea in his banner says helping you become a better scale modeler. He's got a very dedicated audience, which is just exploding now. Mod6510 Models has been at this for years and is also another supportive creator. And often I mention the idea of support as in we visit each other's channels, we watch each other's videos, we leave comments and thumbs up and run playlists and things like that. Mod6510 Models shares his knowledge and always has with the Tuber Chat family and with myself. We've experimented together with different things like playlists. It's literally part of the reason why we do exactly what we do, because we've looked into all these things so that we can make everybody's YouTube journey move along faster, is basically the idea. So he is very dedicated on his channel. He's got razor sharp focus over here with scale modeling. He talks about the scale models themselves, the companies, the tools, the product releases, and everything else in between. He posts videos frequently, as you can see. He's got shorts over here now that have gotten into 26,000, 48,000, 97,000 on one of these, and then live streams where he often has a full grid of participants coming in to talk about either Airfix or other companies and all the different things that they're doing, including members only content that he's got here as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Mod6510 Models. I've caught him many times working on the workbench and in StreamYard panels with other influencers and creators as well. So hopefully, like I said, everybody will connect with him. But what we'll do right now is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. Thank you, by the way, Rock Chick Beauty and Mod6510 Models, for your super chats. I really do appreciate that, of course. Rachel Howard, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Scrow's Nest is coming up next, but we'll go for a break for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. And there's 4 episodes of this on the Tuber Chat channel now. They're very informative. They go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. I just play a couple of minutes at a time. But the next clip I'm going to play is actually from Moz6510 Models. He joined us right after he passed his 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually doing. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean. You know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're making that video for your best friend. Right.
That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
Pete's making me laugh in the chat. You remind me of my favorite t-shirt when I was a kid. When I was too young to understand, I had this t-shirt. I was probably 6, 7, 8 years old, and it said, "I never get lost because everyone tells me where to go." And then let's look at Scrow's Nest, who's up on the screen right now. Thank you, Fabric Studio. When we look at this channel, they've got one of my favorite taglines on their banner, because it says, "We're spending our children's inheritance one cruise at a time." So they're obviously bringing us cruising and travel content, but from a certain perspective. They're traveling with a mobility scooter, and they show us how they can be accommodated, let's just say, or find accommodating different types of rooms or other accommodations, on different cruise ships or while they're traveling, kind of idea. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Scrow's Nest has been with us for as long as I can remember. It's got to be 3 years now, if not longer. And they are out supporting other creators all the time. I run into them when I'm in other travel channels, premieres and live streams and things like that. They post fairly frequently. You can see sometimes more than once a week. And then they've got shorts on their channel as well. These have gotten into 2,000, 5,900, 6,200 views, which is great to see. And of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they're working on 1,500 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Mama Juju Crafting on the back 40, thank you for the time that you spent today. And then Emotion New Soul is coming in. Hilda DC we saw earlier because she dropped a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Emotion New Soul is a beloved and dedicated moderator and one of our longest standing members here. So I'm going to put him onto the wheel right now, and we're going to look at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, who is one of our longest standing official members on the channel. He's been a member over 4 years as well. When we look at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, we see another creator from the UK who's going to bring us a lot of train spotting, a lot of train videos. Some are of the trains themselves, and some of them are of the stations they depart from. Sometimes they're indoors, sometimes they're outdoors, sometimes they're taking a trip or giving us tips and tricks for our own train travels, let's say. When we look at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, we see that sometimes he does a little bit of different content. You got to dig through the videos for this. He might do a product review or an unboxing, but he really mixes things up. Pardon me, clicking all over the place here. He really mixes things up when we get to his live streams. And I'll get over there. I'm just grabbing his latest video so that I can watch that after. I try to get or stay caught up with creators by using playlists like that. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is working on 2,700 subscribers. But over here, you'll see he's got an anniversary live stream coming up in a week and a half. Sometimes he does trivia type games or a Q&A idea and gives us tips and tricks for the channel. But Sam also goes out and does some outdoor live streaming as well, which I really enjoy. Then he's got shorts on the channel also, and these are another mix, more variety here as well. These have gotten into 3,900, 4,900, 7,500 views. Lots of creators are bringing variety into their shorts videos regardless of the category or niche on the channel. Wheatsart, I got you back on the wheel. Blessed to Crochet is on there as well. I occasionally remove names from the wheel if we haven't seen somebody in a little while, but I'll always put them back. Members and moderators are always put onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Again, all the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine and dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel the same way we do here in Superchat. So, Lewis Acre Farm Karma, I just put your name back on the wheel as well. Emotion New Soul is coming up, and I see the source is in the house. Good to see you here. Emotion New Soul is a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Lucy Grace 56, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me, my allergies are on me. I tried to take care of that today. Emotion New Soul, like I said, talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer. He's got a video coming up right after Tuber Chat today. We're actually going to do a 1-hour stream after Tuber Chat on our copyright-free music channel, and then Emotion New Soul is going to drop a premiere right after that. He often features in his videos his original works as music videos, and it looks like that's what we're going to see tonight. And then this creator rounds out his channel, though, with a lot of shorts, first of all, and then reaction videos and some live streams, and those can be either compilations or live performances from this creator. And when we look at the shorts, we see he's already gotten into 1,200, 1,400, and 1,700 views. And then, of course, he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And I described this creator, if you haven't heard his music yet, I believe that when you hear something for the first time from this creator, you're going to feel like you've heard his music many times before. And I think that that comes not just from his voice sounding familiar, but the years of music writing that comes into play when we think about familiarity, when we hear different things, let's just say. So Writing with Emotion New Soul is a complimentary channel that he has, and this is where we get a behind-the-scenes look at how the music is made. That's his Logic set up there, and then we get a behind-the-scenes look at the man behind the music as well. And he rounds out this channel with some more shorts that have gotten into almost 1,000 views here, and then live streams which feature more compilations or live performances. And this creator is working on 800 subscribers on his second channel, so we'd love to push him a little bit farther to that milestone as well. Let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel coming up onto the screen. Blessed to Crochet, I think I said was on the wheel. Wheats Art, I put you back on there. Lewis Acre Farm Karma, I also returned to the wheel, but we're going to look at her channel right now. And this is the creator from whom I was speaking about a interview that she did with Create and Relate, which we saw earlier. There it is right there. I just watched that. Lewis Acre Farm Karma has been doing a couple series of videos, including Meet Me Mondays, Your Thoughts for Thursday, and Taco About It Tuesdays, where she does kind of a almost open panel. But Lewis Acre Farm Karma has been doing a lot of this, including a lot of creators. So she brings a lot of spiritual inspiration on the channel. Faith, hope, love are the ideas here. And then between the interviews, I've been honored to have been a part of that, but she'll introduce you to lots of other creators. She's got shorts on the channel as well, and these have gotten into 1,500, 2,500, 6,200 views and beyond. And then live streams, like I said, are frequent. So Meet Me Monday is coming up with Leonard Mountain Homestead, another familiar face. When we look through all of the series of live streams, you'll be interested to see all the different channels you're going to be introduced to when you go back and watch these replays. And then we've always got notification bells on for every single channel, so hopefully you'll catch her for the next Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday series. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Tim Mitchell is a channel that's been with us just about every stream for the last few weeks. They are supporting the other channel called Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, which I've still got on the wheel, but we'll look at that channel right now. We'll look at them together as we usually do. Both of these creators have memberships, actually, and they got a third channel going as well. Tim Mitchell produces the Munchie Mafia Official's content. So Tim Mitchell is in this case, this is a channel with a very popular name that can be tough to find. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put their handle in the chat, and then anybody can get to them. Hopefully a little bit easier. 61 subscribers right now, and you remember that I said earlier in the stream that we find most creators get to #1 for the search results certainly by the time they have 800 subscribers or so, if their name is extremely popular, or at least by the first 100 for most creators. And then the unofficial official Off Topic Squirrel is a third channel that they have. I'm going to put that up in a second. Tim Mitchell is giving us a bit of information on their about section. They just got a few videos to get the channel started, a few shorts to go along with that, and then we'll look at these other channels. The unofficial official Off Topic Squirrel is a complimentary channel to the Munchie Mafia official, and I watched that bowling video I was talking about. I didn't know this before. I won't spoil the surprise, but for anybody that does any bowling or has done any bowling, there's an interesting tip in here. And I'm just going to grab the latest video cutting some onions up, and I'll put that into my catch-up list. We'll look at shorts on the channel, and we'll see what they've got going on here. A lot of outdoor content, getting into 1,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've been on just about once a week on this channel. When we look at Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, we see another member here in the Tuber Chat family, by the way. And we're going to get delicious looking content on their channel. As you can imagine, when I dig through the thumbnails here, you get an idea of some of the things that they're making. And most of their presentations are in the kitchen, but they'll teach us about different things around the kitchen as well, whether they're appliances or how to sharpen our knives or different ideas. And then shorts feature more of the creations from that kitchen, getting into 500, 600 views almost. And then live streams on this channel have gotten even more than once a week, it seems like. So at least once a week, let's say, on this channel. And they're working on 400 subscribers, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Rambling with the Brooms, the procrastination headquarters, is in the house. And he's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member as well, so I've got him on the wheel. We'll spin, and we'll see who's coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Look at that luck. We never know how long it's going to take to come up on the screen after we're on the wheel. And we've seen this many times as well. Rambling with the Brooms just came in. I just put them on the wheel and they were selected right away. I also put Bella's Whisper Farmstead on the wheel, so thank you for coming in. Rambling with the Brooms is Scott. He's from Ontario, Canada. He brings homesteading content more than anything else, sometimes outdoors, often indoors. He's an advocate for helping channels grow as well, especially when he finds people under 100, let's just say. His content features pure variety, so he's gotten into travel. You can catch him making maple syrup, as he often does, and then he might give us a chance to hang out with him at home, or he might head out hundreds of miles away for meetups and things like that as well. Rambling with the Brooms has got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 2,900, 3,100, 7,800 on some of these with some winter weather there, and then live streams on the channel as well. So Scott's live as a minimum every Thursday and Friday, Procrastination Thursdays and Primetime Fridays. Once in a while he takes us on the road as well, but he's got an interesting project coming up, and I'll show you his second channel actually. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is where he's going to bring us more travel-based content. He's got a project coming up right now. It's kind of a collaboration with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, where they're planning a cruise that's going to leave from Seattle and go to Alaska this summer in August for a week. They're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. Travel Escapes with the Brooms will likely come up with more content once they get there, but you can find out about that collaboration on both of their original channels. 333 subscribers he has right here, so we'd love to get him a few more so that his content really gets a lift as he brings us new stuff this summer. And then he's, like I said, a beloved and dedicated moderator, so hopefully everybody will connect with Travel Escapes with the Brooms. And then Braylon Lee is going to be the next channel that we're going to look at. This is a creator that does commentary for reality television. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When I dig through the thumbnails here, you're going to recognize a lot of the content because, like I said, reality television, let's say. And he'll add commentary to that. And then when we get into shorts videos, we're going to see more variety, but a lot of these are clips then. And getting into 500 and even 800, almost 900 views. And then live streams. He's live right now, as a matter of fact. But when you dig through a lot of these thumbnails, you'll see all the different TV shows that he references during his content as well, and I've caught him a few times already. Braylon Lee's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, just being with us for a few weeks now, but obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, so hopefully everybody will connect with him. We'd love to push him towards the 2,900 subscribers that we know he's thinking about. And then let's spin the wheel. We're moving pretty quickly today. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So actually what we're going to do right now, I spun the wheel. Blessed to Crochet is going to come up next. We'll go for another break. I got Bella's Whisper Farmstead and Crafty Witch 232 onto the wheel. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. We'll come right back and we'll look at Blessed to Crochet. What do you think led up to that explosion for your channel?
Well, at first, the channel was very slow to start. And then it was around the time I met you, your channel, it started growing a little bit. And then we got to January of last year. We only had we hit 1,000 subs. Okay. And then it was really going slow. In between January to September of 24, we only gained 300 subs.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it was really slow, but we managed to get our watch hours. So we managed to get monetized, things like that. And we were getting ready to go to do our supply runs for the winter time. And I said, well, I think I'm just going to film this. We've never done a shopping thing or anything like that. And I checked it out online and it showed favorability of doing well. That's good. We did it. The only thing I didn't really do is I didn't film a whole lot in the store, and I kind of regret that because I had a lot of people asking about that. They wanted to see the prices. And honestly, I think what it was is people really curious what it's like to live here and have to shop here. And I think that's what brought everybody in. And it exposed us to a lot of other people that are like-minded on living this way or wanting to be curious to be how we live, as well as the group that just are into shopping. And I guess there's a huge following of people that do shopping videos. And
I'm not surprised now that you mention it that way. Yes.
Yeah. So I think a combination of it being a shopping video and us being rather unique on where and how we get home.
Absolutely. Yes.
A lot of the comments on that video were about the train.
Oh.
Was that a bus I just saw on the tracks? Was that a truck on the tracks? Was that a tractor? Stuff like that. And it's like, yeah. Wow. So I think it was a combination of the shopping and where we're at.
Yeah. I looked off to the side there because I got your channel up on another screen in case I want to reference something. I was about to say the video got 1 million views, but no, you're clearly well beyond 2 million now. Alright, we're just about back. I closed the window by accident while we were off there, but we're looking at Blessed Crochet now, and this is another creator who's here with us just about every day. They bring us connection between creators, so the idea is we're going to meet a lot of friends there, have meaningful conversation, and in the midst of that they will bring spiritual inspiration, positivity, and motivation. Blessed Crochet will give us more information on their About section, so you get an idea about what to expect here. And then when we look at videos, we see that they post frequently, and it seems almost daily, as a matter of fact, including some members only content. So obviously they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 1,600 subscribers, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Looks like they're having a lot of fun in some of their shorts videos here. There's lots of variety, and they've gotten into 9,000 and even 10,000 views on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel. So they're live pretty frequently, at least every few days, and sometimes even more frequently than that. And they just did a live stream earlier today. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessed to Crochet, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Like I said, they're here with us frequently, almost every live stream at some point. And let's think about spinning the wheel. I put Handicapped Travelers on there. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody while we were on that break there. But we'll get to Wheat's Art right now. This creator's got a couple of different channels. Wheat's Art is where they feature a lot of art. They've been live streaming almost daily lately, I think. We'll see in a second here, but I've been noticing that they've been on frequently. Oh yeah, multiple times a day here, it seems. Even I caught them a few days ago. So yeah, maybe not quite daily, but pretty close to it. And you get an idea about the art that they're featuring on the Wheat's Art channel here, pardon me, especially when we look at shorts videos. And some of these have now gotten into 1,300, went over 3,000, which is great to see. When we look at videos from Wheat's Art, they're posting pretty frequently here as well, almost once a week, which is great to see. And then almost 700 subscribers. They literally only need one more subscriber right now to hit that 700. So I hope we can get them there, and maybe a few extras to get that locked in. When we look at Wheat and Shaw, we see the creator's original channel, and they've been a friend of ours for a long time now. I think Wheat and Shaw has been with us for a couple of years. I could be wrong, but it's definitely more than a year. They have got a lot of entertainment in their videos, I can say that for sure. Sometimes random conversation. I've got the latest video, I've put that in my catch-up list, and it's perfect to connect with. All of the 3 of the latest videos are all just over 3 minutes, perfect for connecting. And they could be doing just about anything on their channel. So they've got a little bit of their artwork here, but random collections, a lot of food on the channel, and then some collectibles and things like that as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,900 and 5,100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel seem to be fairly frequent as well. So up to a couple of weeks ago, we've got notification bells on, so hopefully we'll catch them for the next tour. And that's what I mean. Yeah, Wheat and Shaw, somewhere between there. Like I said, I can't remember how long everybody's been a friend here in the Tuber Chat family, but sometimes I try to recognize creators, especially when they've been here for a long time, like years. And it's really just to show everybody else the idea that there are, supporters literally that will be with us that long. If we could all just meet each other would be the idea, right? The Numismaniac from Edmonton, Alberta is coming up now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So when we look at the Numismaniac, we see somebody who has a lot of community service behind a lot of the things that they do, and this creator brings us numismatic collectible coins and other collectibles of value. When we look at the different videos that they've got here, they might take us out for a different kind of adventure or celebration, but they even show us how to look after a lot of the collectibles that we might accumulate, let's say. When we get to shorts videos on the channel, we see the skipper right there, as he's known on his channel. He's got more collectibles here that you can see, and then a little bit of random content, getting into some winter weather. One of his shorts videos is over 1,700 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. The skipper might have a StreamYard panel with other influencers and they're conversating over different collectibles, or it could be the skipper himself. And there's a lot of history on the channel as well. As a matter of fact, last summer he did a series where he was doing giveaways on the channel, but gave everybody a task to go and basically learn a fact, and then I think that's a cool bit of interaction, let's say. He's working on 1,100 subscribers. He's been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. For several years. He's been with us for pretty much 4 years by now as well. If we look at Santa Claus North Pole, Canada, we know that Christmas in July is going to be coming up. And this is a really unique channel where we can get messages to and from Santa Claus. If you haven't seen these yet, it's worth watching one. It's tough for me to roll over these. I don't know why that is every time I'm here. But you get an idea about how we can get those messages to or from Santa Claus, and you see this here. I thought the channel would be more active during November and December. I'm sure that it is, but it's actually active all year round. So I hope everybody will connect with this. It's the same creator, obviously, from the Numismaniac. It's got some shorts, videos over here, getting into 1,200 views on one of them, and then live streams on the channel as well. He's done a few of these. So hopefully everybody will help push this channel towards that 500. We know it's an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. It'll be their second time passing that, of course. And they're here with us frequently as well. Drunken Chef Barbecue, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's the same creator as Maciel Family Adventures. And I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mona Did What is in the house. Florida Claimers Ted, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yes, he's always in the background. Florida Claimers Ted, I gotta catch you for a live stream. I don't come into the 18 over ones. You know, I certainly can come in there and lurk and whatnot, but I'm hoping to catch you for some scratch battling or something as well. And then the Numismaniac's got some new content coming up. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And I Am Betty J Gathers is here. Mona Did What is on the wheel, of course, as a member. When we look at I Am Betty J Gathers, we see another creator who's been with us from the beginning, the newest entrant, actually, into the Tuber Chat moderator squad here. She's been a over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. You can see she's a truly dynamic creator. She is always laughing, always smiling, and literally the theme behind the channel is living her best life over 60. In the latest video, she was doing a lot of vlogging, giving us a look into her life, into her home. Sometimes she takes us out on the road as well, vlogging in its truest sense. Then she's got some shorts on the channel as well, and the latest ones have gotten into 13,000 and 15,000 views. But this creator has got a lot of simple short videos featuring themselves, getting literally into over 10,000 views, which is great to see. She did 365 shorts last year, if you can imagine. She keeps those going today, and she's got some new content on the way. She's got live streams here as well, and she's done a lot of interviews. Sometimes it's Betty herself, sometimes she's got guests on a StreamYard panel, and she was challenged over Christmas to do like the 12 days of interviews, let's say, and Crystal Sparkle inspired that, and then she brought us a lot of familiar faces. I was honored to have been included in that, and I Am Betty J Gathers is doing that kind of thing frequently. She is now working on 2,900 subscribers and long time monetized. Hopefully we can support her with super chats and memberships when we get there. There's lots of opportunity for that. And then I Am Betty J Gathers is here with us frequently, pretty much for every stream as well. Like I said, she's been a friend of long over 4 years, closer to 4.5, I'm sure. Pretty soon I'm probably going to have to say 5 years, and it's wonderful to know that there are so many creators willing to support each other for such extended lengths of time as well. It's what inspired this channel in the first place, and I'm just glad that it's turned out the way that it has. Crafty Witch 232 is coming up. I see Sail Whiskey Dream in the chat too. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then when we look at Crafty Witch 232, we see an interesting combination of creativity here. I'm sure there's much more to see, but I always reference the 3D printing and crochet, which sometimes they do as what I like to call a mashup. They're actually starting to collaborate with other creators as well. Paranormal Poet was here earlier. I'm not sure if they're here right now. When we look at shorts on their channel, you see a lot of pop culture references, but a lot of views on a lot of these things that they're making. Sometimes they do this while they live stream as well. Look at this, 10,000 views, 13,000 views on a couple of these, and then live streams are frequent. So they've been playing some Animal Crossing lately, a very popular game, of course. Sometimes they're doing crochet and creating different things. They always keep up with the chat while they're doing that. I've been lucky to catch them many times. Has it been, oh, look, you're streaming almost every day, I guess. I was just going to say, how is it possible that I haven't caught you? But yeah, it's not quite been a couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll catch you for another stream soon. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, of course. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up. Home Bartending with John has 2 different one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuber Chat family. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. It's been a while. I'm way overdue for adding names to the wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that right now. Fever Dream Animation and Marketplace Boutique. Oh, Marketplace Boutique is already on the wheel because they're a member. Fever Dream Animation will come up. And pardon me for catching that little mistake there. Silent Silver will be put onto the wheel right now. And then we'll take it one at a time. We've still got an hour to go, lots of time. And we'll do a 1-hour music stream on our copyright-free music channel afterwards as well. Start drinking. The mind hears what it wants. I will start dropping the link for that thing. I might need a drink too. I'll start dropping the link for the live stream when we get closer to the time. Maybe 45 minutes from now. Home Bartending with John has got me thinking about drinks, I guess. He's going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like his replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of those cocktails. He also brings us, first of all, in his recipes, sometimes he gives us 2 or 3 different recipes for the same drink because drinks are made in variations. It could be references from pop culture like movies, music, and television, or it could just be geographical differences in the way things are done. And Home Bartending with John will bring us collections of those cocktails as non-alcoholic mocktails or low-calorie cocktails and different themes like that. He does a lot of product reviews on his channel as well, and then comparisons between beers, liquors, and liqueurs. When we look at shorts on his channel, he's gotten into 1,600, 2,800 on a couple of these, one over 9,300, and that one still trickles in views, actually. It's been there a while. And then live streams were an idea from the past. He's joined many creators for StreamYard panels. And we'll see if he's going to bring those back. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. When we look at The Pipe Guy, and I will give you the handle for this channel as well, we see another one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family from Home Bartending with John. He is bringing us industrial pipe lamps and industrial pipe art on this channel. He's got a Star Wars themed video to get us started over here with a couple of shorts as well. He's working on his first 100 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit closer to that milestone. We know it's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, and it's probably as challenging as ever before to get to that first 100. But as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond faster than ever. Corinne Pierce is coming up next. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Corinne Pierce is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. She happens also to be a member, one of our longest standing, of course. She's been with us for almost 5 years as well. And this creator gives us a look into her life. So it was called Corinne's Life for a long time. She could be cooking, she could be cleaning, she could be shopping, she could be taking us on vacation or working on her business in the background. She is responsible for a lot of the merchandise you see on a lot of channels like these mugs here, or the t-shirts I occasionally wear and things like that. She can print anything that can be printed. So it's great that we have a channel like this to think about when we're considering merchandise for our own channels. And Corinne Pierce as well is going to bring us shorts, of course, on her channel. Some have done really well. 11,000 on a couple of them, 18,000, 49,000. This one still trickles in views, we know that, and 77,000 on one of these. She often gives us a look behind the scenes at how she's making the merchandise that she brings from Lighthouse and Anchor Designs. She has got live streams as well. She was live today, and she's often giving us a behind the scenes look at her work while she live streams as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with Corinne Pierce. We'd love to push her towards the 3,800 subscribers we know she's thinking about now. And of course she's monetized also. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And I know I've said it many times, but every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine and all dear friends of each other. But you can connect during premieres and live streams on their channels the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So you'll likely meet more friends when you're with any of them. Fever Dream Animation is coming up, but we're going to take another break now. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. And these are now videos that are on the Tuber Chat channel, both in a playlist and listed as a podcast. Extremely informative. They go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. And what I tried to do while interviewing these creators is ask for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because, you know, we get to hear from me every day, let's just say, and they all share their journey. They're going through the same things we are. They've been with us for years, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We use the term family a lot. I noticed you all doing it when I was just starting out. And then, you know, over the years, of course, you use that because it truly feels like that, especially when, you know, you haven't been on for a while. Somebody comes looking for you and notices. That's a good feeling, you know, and we try to do that for other people as well. But these are just examples of how this starts to feel like a family. And you hear me say often, I know Sylvia feels the same way, that we give much more to others than we expect to receive, knowing that we're going to get everything that we want. I mean, Sylvia, when I was first connected to you, and I can't remember now, I don't remember if it was 4 years or 5 years, but it's somewhere around there. And she was obviously already at it. But thinking back to how you must have felt, I don't know how soon you thought you were going to get over 10,000 and now towards 14,000 subscribers, but it must be a great feeling to see it continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm definitely blessed. I feel blessed. I just feel motivated. I feel uplifted. And I'm happy that I can connect with so many amazing supporters. The people who come in, they come in and they stick and they stay. Yes, not all, almost 14,000 people come over, but I have repeat offenders. And what I mean by repeat offenders,
of course,
I'll see you in my comments on Monday. I'll see you in my comments on Wednesday. See you in my comments on Friday. So you always coming back and you're supporting me. And one thing that I do on my channel, and I think this is a big change and with having so many supporters, when people leave a comment on any video, be it a short, be it a video, be it a live, I'm gonna respond back to you to acknowledge you for coming in. thanking for coming in. And then I go to your channel and I watch something for you. In order to get
That's
support
wonderful.
on these YouTube streets, you got to give support. You have to give
For
it.
sure.
It's
Yeah.
$3.99 to go over there and watch a video with somebody and make a comment. You don't know how much you may
Mhm.
change their life. You know?
Just about back, and I got Sherry Earton, My Quilting World, and Crystal Dragon Rita House of Creations both onto the wheel. And I also added Sail Whiskey Dream and Henry Leslie Vermont. So I'll probably move a little bit faster at adding names to the wheel from our chat list now. So for anybody that's listening or watching that hasn't been seen, just please be active in the chat and I'll get to as many channels as I can in the next 45 minutes. And then we'll drop a 1-hour music stream on our copyright-free music channel. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. And there's a video game going. We all participate in the chat. People trickle in and out of there. And you play a few games like roulette and slot machines and stuff like that. It can be a lot of fun while we connect with each other. So, Fever Dream Animation is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that started the channel. They've got some information here about what they intend to bring as far as Fever Dream. But then when we get into their content lately, they've been posting a lot of classic television and movies. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up catch-up list. I know there's several people who've said either this channel is underrated or the fact that they simply like watching the content. But I've got the latest video. I've put that in my catch-up list. I've used that playlist to keep or get caught up with creators. They've got shorts on the channel as well, a little bit different, but these have gotten into 500, 600, and almost 700 views. And Fever Dream Animation has been with us for quite a while as well, long beyond a year, I'm sure by now. I'm not sure if it's quite 2 years. But they're working on 400 subscribers also. We'd like to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and then I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel going right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
When we look at Marketplace Boutique, we see the same creator behind Jody Genealogy. And Marketplace Boutique is another friend who's been with us for a couple years by now as well. 2,400 subscribers on her channel. She started to really expand into more variety, hence the second channel, which I'll show you in another minute here. But what Marketplace Boutique seeks to help us with is the idea of e-commerce, particularly buying and selling either offline or online on platforms like eBay, and she's been doing this since 1998. She's going to show us the ins and outs as well as some YouTube tutorials now, because she's been at this long enough to share with her viewers and other creators how to make emojis, how to make membership badges and things like that. And I mentioned it earlier in this stream today, but I watched a couple videos from Canva today from their latest event where they've added some AI tools into their system, so it's going to be interesting to see all the different things people are going to make now. Jody as well behind Marketplace Boutique is going to show us not just the ins and outs of buying and selling online, but also how to find the right deals, often buying things like collections and splitting them up and selling them separately and things like that. She's got shorts on the channel that feature pure variety, like a lot of creators, regardless of category or niche on the channel. They bring variety into the shorts videos, getting 12,000, 14,000, 21,000 views on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. She could be on the water, she could be on the road, she could be by the fire. She live streams pretty frequently up to a couple months ago. We've got notification bells on to make sure we catch any more that she's going to do, and of course she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we look at genealogy, we see, Jody Genealogy, we see another channel from the same creator, and here she's bringing ancestry, history, and other adventures. She's already almost got 700 subscribers on this second channel, and I'm just going to grab the latest video she put out today. I'll put that in my catch-up list right now. We will see that shorts have got even more variety, getting into 700 and 800 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel a little bit more. Seems like she's going out for adventures a little more often here, either on the road, by the fire, a little bit more of the same. And then hopefully everybody will connect with both Marketplace Boutique and this Jody Genealogy channel. And I see Leonica in the house. It's good to have you here. I'm not sure if you were here earlier. I thought you were here in the chat earlier. But thank you for either coming back in or sticking around. This is going to be a brand new channel for the Tuber Chat family. Sail Whiskey Dream is coming up.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So when we look at Sail Whiskey Dream, we see a channel that's up on the screen for the first time today. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to take is one of your latest videos here. I'm going to take this 7-minute one. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Looks like they enjoy sailing, and they're going to bring us along for that, as well as a lot of interesting cooking videos, delicious looking content in these thumbnails. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring to us. We're going to spin the wheel, and we'll see that Crystal Dragon Rita House of Creations is coming up. There's Nisa Faraway as well. Good to see you in the house. They bring educational content that reminds me of National Geographic.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
When we look at Crystal Dragon Rita House of Creations, I think this is the second time we've had them on the screen. I just watched one of their videos earlier. And then this creator has got their 100 subscribers. We'd love to get them a couple of extras so that we can keep that 100 locked in. We all know what it's like when YouTube plays games with our numbers. It can be frustrating. It's been going on like that for years. So we'd love to get them a little bit ahead of that 100 so they don't slip back below. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 500 views on a couple of them. One at almost 800 views, which is great to see. These look like they're featuring pure variety, and then a few live streams as well. Testing a live stream yesterday or early today. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other and making sure we catch as much of each other's content as possible as well, if that makes sense. And then let's spin the wheel. Sail Whiskey Dream says the next video will be sailing, no food in sight. Yes. And I'm looking forward to seeing your content. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead, I'm no stranger to her content. Kristen and Mike do a great job on this channel. They bring us homesteading on a budget, essentially. They're bringing homesteading tips, recipes, how-tos, and DIY videos, do-it-yourself. Farmsteading, homesteading family in north central Georgia. I don't know why I don't remember that. I got family in Georgia and Atlanta. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is known for bringing homesteading content as we'd expect in a lot of different types, but they're very considerate about the planning of the videos, I believe, before they film. So they've got informative content. Somebody like myself, I'm more of a city boy, so I learn a lot from our homesteading friends. They've got an incredible barn dominium build here, a tiny home kind of idea. Lots of recipes on the channel as well, and these are great because they only feature a few ingredients, and Kristen and Mike have said after their taste tests here that these recipes have come out better than they expected as well. So they're posting occasionally right now, most often outdoors, sometimes indoors as well. They got lots of shorts on the channel that go in line with the rest of their homesteading content, 2,200, 2,700, 3,500 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. Once in a while Kristen will take us for a walk down by the river or give us a fireside chat, and hopefully we'll catch some more of those when they bring them back. We got notification bells on for every single channel, and of course that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Crafting Enthusiast, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get them right onto the wheel. Members are always added to the wheel with moderators as soon as we see them in the chat. We're going to look at Mona Did What right now. This is a longtime friend who has sent over a lot of her friends as well, and her channel's just doing great.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So Mona did what? You can see this creator's always smiling, always laughing, always having a good time. A truly dynamic creator. I'm going to take their latest video and put this into my catch-up list. This is interesting. They're using their talents to make some clothing now, which is interesting. What I found from Mona Did What is a lot of sewing, and she does a lot of teaching, let's say, or at least for somebody like me, it seems informative and there's a lot to learn. Anybody who's even seen a quilt, you don't even have to own one to know how much work must go into these. But Mona Did What does much more by showing us not only how to avoid a lot of the mistakes that can be made, but how to fix the mistakes that happen when we make those kind of mistakes if we're quilting, let's say. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 7,900, 10,000 views on one of these, and then live stream. She's always got lots of people that are willing to come up with her on StreamYard panels, usually, you know, big full grids like this. And the conversation can go anywhere once they get started, but obviously a lot of quilting. And like I said, she sent over a lot of friends here as well. Mona Did What is now well over 8,100 subscribers, which to a lot of people will be not a surprise at all. And she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up onto the screen. Again, if anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been seen, just be active in the chat. I'll get to as many channels as I can in the next half hour or so. Then we're going to go over to the copyright-free music channel and we can continue connecting for an extra hour. Michael's Adventures will be dropping a premiere right at the same time, so we'll have extra new content to see over there and we can connect during his premiere at the same time.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
Jeremy D-Day's in the house. He's a friend I've had for almost 6 years now as well, since before Tuber Chat even existed. And Jeremy's got 2 different channels. We'll look at those. I've got him on the wheel. Sherry Yurton, my quilting world, is up on the screen, and I'm not sure if this is just I was going to say the second time, but no, you've been up here a few times now. It's a channel I'm still getting to know though, but she's going to bring us more quilting, more machinery. I've been very impressed with the different types of tools everybody has to make these kinds of things now. I've put the latest video into that catch-up list I keep talking about so that I can get caught up and get another piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels, and then over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams, I get to know the content. And then there's shorts over here that have gotten into 1,800 views. That I think is a newer one. They got 1,400 on one, and I think that one's going to take the top spot soon. And then live streams as well. So they got one coming up on Tuesday. Seems to be a series, so we can bet on weekly live streams, and hopefully I'll catch you this week for that one. We'd love to push this channel towards the 600 subscribers we know that she's looking forward to as well. And I've been lucky to catch you for a couple of those live streams already. Next up is going to be Crafting Enthusiast, and so what we're going to do right now is we'll go for one more break. What we'll do, we'll make this one a quick one, but I am going to play a clip from that interview series that I keep talking about. And these creators have all been through all of the same things we have been through. They're going through these things right now. They've all been with us for years. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently.
Okay.
Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea. So much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's oh goodness, I'm all right, forgive me for that. I do that all the time. I didn't realize I didn't turn the mic on. So this is Autumn from Crafting Enthusiast, and she gives us a bit of information on her about section about the history of what led her to do the channel, but a lot of the things she's gonna bring to us: spinning yarn, knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, diamond painting, weaving, and much more. She's posted quite a few videos just in the last 24 hours. I'm going to grab one of these and put it into my catch-up list there so I can keep caught up. And if she's posting that much, it's going to be tough to keep up, but that's okay. Shorts on the channel have gotten started here. One of them's already over 700 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. She was just live yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. It's been like a month already. And she's been with us for, I'm not sure how many months now. It could be 3 or 4 months if I'm not mistaken.
Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Maybe it's just a couple months so far. But Crafting Enthusiast, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. PK Adventure Travels is in the house. That's Ryan and Mel. And we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Yes, thank you. Yeah, camping, I can imagine. You know what I'm seeing coming up more and more? I don't know why I'm attracted to these things, but more and more all the travel trailers are coming up, especially mini ones and truck campers. I have a truck, but my truck is not strong enough to carry a truck camper, but I see these little mini trailers all the time, and starting to get recommendations for channels, not in the Tuber Chat family, but that are out there taking a look around different, those camping and sportsman shows and stuff like that. Interesting, but hopefully you're having a good time camping. I'm sure signal has to be an issue in a lot of places still. Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
So yes, Gene is up on the screen right now. This creator brings us the joke of the day a couple of times a week. Yellow Shirt Dad's been a friend of ours for a couple of years now, and he will often go outdoors as well. This will be cool to see a DJI Osmo Action 5 test. And see what that kind of video is going to be like. He often takes us outdoors for stories to be told or looks around his area in between the jokes of the day. There you go. Try not to laugh right there. And I have seen Yellow Shirt Dad in a shirt other than yellow, but you have to go through other people's channels to find that. When you get to shorts over here, we see that Gene has gotten into 5,200, 5,300, 8,500 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams as well. He was live a month ago. I caught him right before that, but hopefully we'll catch him as the live streams continue. He does these occasionally. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catches each other as often as we can as well. He's working on 1,900 subscribers, and I've seen him collaborate with other creators. The one thing I remember most about the creator behind this channel, Gene, is the fact that as soon as he came in to the Tuber Chat family, he was out within no amount of time, a couple of days, I saw him collaborating with other creators. Silent Silver is coming up right now.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Silent Silver is going to talk to us primarily about precious metal stacking. I talk about the idea of numismatic collectibles when I'm introducing this channel every time they're here, which is frequently. But it's really precious metal stacking that they're talking about. The idea of preparedness, right? The idea of safety, let's just say. We know the world is changing, and I'm starting to get the feeling that the cashless society that a lot of us are not looking forward to is coming faster than we think. For those who follow cryptocurrency, this is expected to be a big year for stable coins. Let's just say these are cryptocurrencies that are pegged to either the US dollar or dollars around the world. But I'll show you a very simple example of how this comes into play and is going to be hard to resist. If somebody wants to send each other money, for any reason at all, let's say, somebody found a great deal on a case of Xboxes and you need a couple $1,000s. Well, to try to send that might be a bit of a challenge from person to person. In Canada, we use a thing called e-transfer. We can literally almost email each other money. But I know it's not popular in a lot of other parts of the world, and I know there's apps out there like PayPal and Venmo and everything else, but it seems everything's got its limit, right? Whereas if I want to send somebody $17,000 at 3 a.m. on Saturday night, you can. with crypto and stable coins. So it's going to be interesting to see. I wonder what Silent Silver's thoughts are going to be about that and the cashless society, because I'm not a fan. I like cash. But when we talk to Silent Silver, they'll talk about prepping as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. You'll see other collectibles of value, and then other prepping. When we say prepping, we mean preparedness for, any kind of disaster that could come our way. But we'll see more of that in the shorts videos here. 6,000, 6,300, 8,600 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they just did one a couple weeks ago. I wish I would catch one. It's been so long since I've caught these. They did one a month ago, a couple weeks ago. They might do another one pretty soon, and there's some cash right there. We haven't had $1 bills in Canada for as long as I can remember. We have $1 and $2 coins. They threatened a $5 coin, but I don't think they're going to bother doing that now. And hopefully everybody will connect with Silent Silver. We'll push them towards the 1,200 subscribers we know they're thinking about.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Yeah, if handicapped travelers, if I had it to give, we'd have to think about it. But it's far above my pay grade. It's all stories I tell here. And then New Horizons Above and Beyond, I put you on the wheel. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been seen, just be active in the chat. I'll put you on there. We're going to go for a 1-hour music stream on our copyright-free music channel right after Tuber Chat. And I'll start dropping the link for that. Maybe I should just start doing that now, as a matter of fact. And it'll live redirect as well. We always have fun over there. And I'll pin this link so everybody can get to it right away. But we still got time for more channels, of course. And then PK Adventure Travel. So this is Ryan and Mel. They're camping right now. That's what he's telling us. I just watched your video today about getting rid of ships. I didn't know that they did that before COVID. Obviously, ships just changed companies. I worked on a cruise ship one summer in 1996, and later on it moved to another company, and I think in the end it moved to even another company before it was decommissioned. I heard that during COVID they were actually getting rid of a few of these things, and it was better for them to actually get rid of them for scrap than it was to keep them going, because there's too many ships to park at all the ports while nobody was cruising, let's just say. And I heard they started using them for storage, but I don't know if those stories are true. Ryan and Mel could tell us more about that. These creators do a fantastic job when it comes to the idea of taking us on their travels, particularly cruising, and showing us all the different aspects of their all the different aspects of the cruise ships, let's just say, or wherever they're touring. They just do a really thorough job, is what I mean to say. I got distracted here because you got this video I might have run as opposed to watch. Did I comment on this? I thought I did. I'm going to put this back on my catch-up list. I just want to see this again, because this is likely what they're camping in right now, unless you want to correct me and tell me you're doing something different. And then PK Adventure Travels. Ryan has a series there where he's giving us travel and cruise news, usually pretty comedic stories, I must say. Then shorts on the channel have gotten into 10,000 views, 12,000 views on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. They're live every Wednesday. I don't know how I managed to miss you again on Wednesday this week. We talked about that. And then this week I should be able to catch you. Tuber Chat is expecting to be on Tuesday and Friday this week, which is where we don't always do Friday live streams. And hopefully everybody will connect with PK Adventure Travels. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, but we'd love to push them towards the 1,200 subscribers we know they're thinking about as well.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Oh, I was on at the same time. That's why PK Adventure Travels makes sense. Yeah, those are moving around, so I usually only hit time slots every 3 weeks now, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll make this very fast. We'll come back with Handicapped Travelers. All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Handicapped Travelers. I just dropped the link again for that copyright-free music channel and stream that we're going to go over to afterwards for an hour. Michael's Adventures will have a premiere at the same time for anybody that wants to visit him and support that. He's usually on for half an hour every evening. And then Handicapped Travelers is up on the screen. They're going to bring us more travel-based content, obviously from a certain perspective. They give us a great chance to get to know them as well. They do monthly live streams, and I see they got a premiere coming up in a few days, so I've got the notification on for that. We put notifications on for everything we see, including pardon me, premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. I'm just going to grab their latest video as well. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They're going to bring us all kinds of travel, some cooking videos as well. Actually, especially lately, they've been doing these. And then variety in the shorts videos, like most creators, mostly outdoor content. A bit of that winter weather's helped them out, getting 2,600 views on a couple of these shorts videos, and then live streams as well. And I'm just setting a notification for when they've got coming up, so a couple weeks from now. And like I said, they're usually on every month or so, and hopefully everybody will connect with them. So they're going to do actually a trivia when they do their next live stream. Lots of creators do that. It can be a great form of a great way to get some engagement, let's just say, and I mean conversation in the chat. So spin the wheel, we'll get another channel up in a second.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then New Horizons Above and Beyond, I can see I'm behind with them as well. They got some new content coming. They've been letting us know, including some live streams. So we'll look forward to that. I'm going to grab the latest video, though. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Mostly outdoor content on this channel. They've taken us shopping. Looks like they're going to take us for some interesting adventures as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,600 and 2,000 views. And New Horizons Above and Beyond is with us just about every single stream, as a matter of fact. So obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're working on 1,500 subscribers, and they've got a live stream that was done as a test many months ago, but they've let us know they're going to be bringing some more pretty soon, so we can get our notification bell set and make sure that we're ready for them when they do bring out these further live streams that we're expecting.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
So Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life is live just about every single day. They've got some information about what to expect on their front page. They're posting videos fairly frequently, more than a couple times a week, which is great to see. I'm just going to take the longer of the latest two. I'll put that into my catch-up list for right now. They got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 8,600 and 9,500 views, my dear goodness, which is great. And then live stream. So they're live right now. They do a lot of looping, right? They're chasing watch hours over here. And we see a lot of creators do that. They've got a second channel now, too, called Dreamland Soundscapes. And I'm going to put that onto the screen, and we'll see what they're doing with this one here. And then I'll do a last call for channels. If there's anybody that we haven't seen yet that is listening or watching, just please say anything at all in the chat, and I'll get you onto the wheel. And then Dreamland Soundscapes is going to bring us more pleasing audio and pleasing visuals. We often reference ASMR. It's not that it is exactly, but it's that it is in the same ballpark, let's just say. They give us information about what to expect when we get to the about section here. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 37 views. One of them at 500 really popped that one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel might be an idea for the future. They've likely experimented with that. They've got 100 subscribers right now, 102 exactly. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the we'd love to get an extra few subscribers so that they can keep that 100 locked in. We never want to see anybody dip below. We all know what it's like to either see that or go through it. And then Jeremy D-Day's coming up. I got Nisa Faraway on the wheel.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So it looks like Jeremy might be starting a third channel over there with 100 subscribers already with live streams and shorts. But Jeremy D-Day has been a friend of mine for about 6 years, and he's got a couple of different channels. I'll show you both of these. He's got a premiere coming up later in the month. He does a lot of, what he says on his About section is blogging NFL jersey collections. He comes from Wisconsin, so he'll bring us some outdoor content there as well. He's got information about himself. Obviously some food reviews here. He's been doing a few of those, and you'll see his second channel in a moment where he's got more music reviews and things as well. So a lot of variety here. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 15,000, 27,000, 69,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's done these more as experiments than anything else, and a bit of random content there. He says, this is JD Knight 7. This is where I met Jeremy originally. You can see this channel is now over 11,000, which is great to see. So he's been a friend of mine for 6 years, like I said, pretty close to it. He does more music reviews lately on this channel than anything else. So I'm going to take the longer of the two latest ones, put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with this channel. Shorts over here have gotten into 126,000, 363,000, 646,000. My goodness, with these celebrity tributes, and then live streams on the channel is just done as a experiment. So we'll look forward to seeing more of those possibly, and we've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. We'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up onto the screen. It looks like Nisa Faraway is going to be next.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
When we look at Nisa Faraway, I often mention that this channel reminds me of National Geographic. It's all educational content here, but you can get an idea of the different exotic wildlife that they've got on the channel. Then when we look at shorts over here, they've got quite a bit of these in line with their regular content, 1,400, 1,700. I believe they're putting these on the other social networks as well, like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and then they've got live streams. These are usually loops, but opportunity to meet more creators and influencers and supporters in there as well. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we stream, but I do appreciate every moment. And for our friends who run the stream in the background, sometimes Two Pineapples is back there. They've been with us from the beginning, and sometimes our dear friend Jaden is listening in and watching as well. So I do appreciate every moment that these supporters are doing the same thing. And then we still got two channels to look at. Miss Canadian Scrappers, a longtime friend, we'll put her channel up in a second. Henry Leslie Vermont is coming up. Hopefully everybody will connect with all of our moderators. I'm sure everybody understands these live streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help, of course, and support and everything they do in our streams. And Henry Leslie Vermont is up on the screen right now with over 500 subscribers. That's an exciting and important milestone. I'm sure they're happy to have hit that. I'm going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They've expanded their content a little bit, but they've got a lot of almost trail cam type wildlife footage on the channel. When we look at shorts over here, we see that these have gotten into 4,800, 6,400 views and beyond, and then live streams on their channel as well. So up to a couple of years ago, they've experimented with a few of these. Henry Leslie Vermont is somebody I run into frequently, almost daily, as a matter of fact, because they're out supporting other creators all the time. And then I dropped that link for the copyright-free music channel as well. So hopefully everybody will come over and we can keep connecting for another hour. That live stream is going to start in a moment. I'll leave this running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do, so everybody can clean up their connections here, and then I'll come over and see everybody in the copyright free music channel And when we look at Miss Canadian Scrapper, we see another longtime friend, actually, a very supportive creator. It's been a while since I've caught anything here, but I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They're working on 7,700 subscribers, which is great to see. I can't remember for how long Miss Canadian Scrapper has been going. They're actually only a few hours away from me. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 10,000, 11,000 views with a lot of random outdoor content, a lot of furry friends for us to enjoy as well. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they've got StreamYard panels. They've always got a flood of support in their chat. They've been very supportive to other people for a long time, so it's always fast-paced and high energy over there. Hopefully everybody will connect with Miss Canadian Scrapper, and thank you everybody again for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. We'll see everybody hopefully in a moment on our copyright-free music channel. If not, we're back in 3 days. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first 1,000 subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.